welcome to the final studio reveal. We have made it to the finish line. This has been a project that I have worked on for the past year now. So if you are new here and you've just stumbled across this video, this has been a renovation which I started back last January or February, and it's taken quite a while because we've had a lot of events happening in between it. We got married last year. We've also been working on other parts of the house. So I feel like life just got in the way, but albeit it's all come together and I'm so excited to share it with you. The reason for this space, which we have created, is because I wanted somewhere where I could work from. I work as my own business, so I'm juggling many hats. I have to do a lot at my desk. I have to do editing, I have to do my admin, but I also need to film and be creative. So I needed a space that allowed me to do all of that, that also would have the lighting, taking that into consideration, which I couldn't find in the house, and also a good enough size which I could use it as a multifunctional space, because I also wanted to be able to work out in here. And I love reformer Pilates, so I got myself a reformer Pilates bed, which I can have my own little Pilates studio, which I can also fold up, move, and use that for other types of workouts if I want in the future as well. So I really wanted to utilize this space as much as possible, as well as also having it as a mud room. It's a space where we can come in when we've had our dog walks. I can store all of my riding gear, and also we needed it to be storage as well. So we've got 2 floors of storage. So we've really maximized as much as we can with this space, and that's exactly what we wanted in terms of being it functional. So it's really served a purpose of what we need as a household, and especially somewhere I can be inspired and be creative and share a lot more with you guys, because that is what ultimately I have been wanting to do. I have project managed this on my own in terms of all of the design ideas and also all of the interiors that I've poured my love into and how I wanted it to obviously look. That being said, obviously we've had professional help, we've had contractors, we've had an architect, we've had structural engineers, carpenters, painters, so there's definitely been help in hands, otherwise we would not have been able to create this amazing space. And with any renovation or design project you may be working on within your home, you learn so much throughout the process, and I have definitely had a lot of takeaways from this, and it's been really insightful for other projects I want to work on in the future. But we've had regrets, we've had tests and trials, we've had errors, but albeit most of it has gone as planned, which is really nice, especially given costs. I feel like whenever you have a budget for renovation, always know that you will go over that budget, especially I would say 20%. I really wanted to have the characteristics of our house and the Georgian aspects, along with having as well that timeless feel, yet modern and elevated. And I feel like I have achieved that, which I'm so happy with. I've mixed loads of different textures in terms of wood, reclaimed pieces, which is again really great in terms of sustainability, and then also mixing in antique brass, pops of color, which I definitely will keep evolving and probably changing and adding to it. This space is not completely finished, but I wanted to share this video because I feel like I'm such a perfectionist. I kept putting it off and putting it off. I was like, this isn't done yet, this isn't done yet. But I feel like there will never be a time where I am done. I'm always going to be evolving. I'm always going to be looking at the space, changing it, especially once you are living in it. I've managed to get a lot more of a better feel for it, how the light works within the day, how I may change things in the future. I'm still looking for some amazing artwork that I want to put on this far wall. So when you do see the space later on in this video, you will see some bits do look a little bit bare. I also do have the lighting, which isn't yet fitted, which is going to be hanging from the ceiling. There's all these little kind of like odd bod jobs that I'm still waiting on, and just those little pieces that give it that love. So as that was all the construction work that I've kind of covered, it also leads me on to the finishing touches, which is furnishing this space. And as you guys know, I love mixing my textures. So it was so nice that I've been able to find furniture pieces that also reflect my style, and also that I have always loved and used within our home. Even my old apartment, we had pieces from Olivia. So I'm very happy to be collaborating with them on this part of the video and featuring them within the studio, because they are such a great one-stop shop where you want to find everything within your home, whether it be the big pieces, like we have our bed from Olivia's, we've got chest of drawers, or the smaller pieces, whether it be a cushion, a throw, a candle, a candlestick. I have created an edit with them, which you can find down below, and it incorporates all of my favorite pieces that are obviously featured within the studio, which I will also link down below in the description. If decor that is a little bit more timeless, some a little bit more modern and elevated. So it's a really good mix and different price points. So there's lots to share with you. I'm going to be taking it right back to the beginning, and like I said, everything will be linked down below. And if you did want to purchase anything, I do have a nice discount code, which I'll leave on the screen and also in the description. Let's rewind to last year and show you the whole process of this. Good morning. So this is where we're currently at with the garage at the minute. You can see the sections are really starting to kind of come together now. So we've built, I say we, the builders have built the wall here. Obviously we're going to be putting a door here. I'm not sure if it's actually going to be this door, but if so, we'll be painting it and making it all right. And then we hired the electrician in to do all of the electrics, which you can kind of see hanging at the different points that we've got, and where we're also going to be having sockets. So there's going to be loads of different sockets so I can have a different lighting. And then from the middle, I'm not sure if you can see it up there, the wires, that's where I'm going to have like a big hanging light. I'm thinking like a chandelier style here in the middle. And then there's going to be wall lights on these two walls, kind of like the picture lights, as these are going to be curved built-ins, kind of to mirror the living room, which I've spoke about before, but obviously it's so hard to envision it at the minute. The flooring, the installation has started to be put up here. Then we're going to be doing shiplap wooden panels in white. These are also going to be painted white. The flooring is starting to go down, and then up here, which is what they've mainly been working on, is where we're going to start putting basically all of this crap that was in the garage. We're going to sort through all of this, what we need, what we don't need, and then this is our storage up here. So obviously this isn't going to be on show, that's going to be all shiplap panelled as well up here, but this is what they've basically been building this week, and it's took them obviously a while because they've had to properly border it up, and then they've installed the ladders, which is perfect. So this just folds all up and goes up to the top. So this is obviously all going to be a plastered wall here, and this is going to be the storage area. So it just means we've basically got 2 levels of storage now in the garage to really utilise this space.
Basically,
a larger wall, yeah. No,
Auntie said you can't go beyond this.
No, yeah, obviously the window won't be that big, but the thought of having to utilise this space and do a big window, I think will work well.
Down there, cross.
I've got the measurements for it, of how big we can go in terms of like the truss and the bricks, but I love this window. It's the Georgian sash one, same as in the house. Obviously this one's not double glazed, but I just think, why not utilise this wall and bring in a lot more light and make it a feature.
So it clicks into place.
Yeah, it's good.
You'll need to do that.
So they need to make the ceiling, and we'll make it all the same colour once it's all done. But we've spent hours clearing this all out. It's took ages, but it feels so good having a declutter, doesn't it?
Store things.
This is just basically everything we're getting rid of this house. This is all going to be recycled and going to the tip.
I can't believe you've kept that much clutter.
It's not all mine.
That's literally all yours. Christmas decks, baby cot.
Just random crap,
Jo Malone
basically.
Boxes.
So yeah, it's all cleared out now for the next stage to begin on Monday. And then this is going to be the little hallway area here. So this is going to be a crystal door. Then in here on this back wall, you can see obviously the door comes out further this way, because I want to do not like a built-in, but kind of like a little mini basically mud room, because we're going to have a mud room in the kitchen on the side and the utility when we do that. But I just want this to be, because it's going in and out of the garage in the storage space, just somewhere we can put like the wellies, have like a coat rack, maybe do a little thing with some logs. As it looks right now is a complete mess. And then obviously we're going to make this into a functional storage space, so we'll probably do some shelving, have some cupboards. We're going to get a freezer at the back, have some like hooks when we hopefully have some bikes, just all of that garage stuff neatly organized. It's so good. We've got it across 2 floors, and you can see how it goes up. The window here that is going to be coming out, and it's going to be made bigger. We're also going to be changing the door, same style as like a farmyard door, but we're going to have windows at the top so that will let light in. Obviously it is a bit messy in there at the minute, and the builders are there because it's all go. But I thought I would show you inside and just the progress of it all. You can see the arches are still there, but they're now working on plastering all of the top part, like the roofing. And then also on this side, so this is where we're thinking of doing the shiplap paneling up, and then it's going to run through the ceiling. We've got 2 ideas for it, to either do reclaimed shiplap or have this white shiplap and bring out the beams and then have these metal parts in black. But we don't want to do shiplap on all of the walls, so we're thinking maybe to keep this more plain and do it white. But I definitely want to bring in that wood element and then mix the textures of the floor as well. We're going to do the floor kind of like, it's got a name for it, I can't remember off the top of my head, I'll put it on the screen. It's kind of like Mykonos style floor, which will give a nice contrast to the walls. And then this is where the crystal door will be going, a black one. This is going to be like a lovely mud room. And then this is where the window is going to be coming out and made a lot bigger, so it's going to bring in a lot of light, which is going to be great. So you can currently see Billy is doing the hardwood around the window because there was a little bit of a gap. Sorry, the camera's very shaky. He is having to fill in that gap now and then basically just paint it white so it will all sit perfectly. But I love this view. How pretty does it look? I know obviously all the greenery is around it and we're going to cut it back a bit, but I actually love how it frames the window. I just think it looks so nice. I am so glad now that I changed this window, because it was an option that we were just kind of like, should we kind of put the money towards it? And you know, we already have a window there, but upgrading it to this one has made such a difference. Obviously Billy's standing there at the minute, so you can't see how low it goes from this perspective, but it's just opened up the space so much more and made it a little bit more modern. Back here obviously it looks quite dark. You can see how big it is in scale to the room. Oh, I just love it. I can't wait to sit here at my desk with my cup of coffee and look out of this beautiful window, and it's already letting in a lot of light. I know obviously it's picking up quite dark here on the vlog. Once the roof lights are in and everything else, it's going to be a lot brighter in here. But I'm very happy with this and how it's turned out. So they've obviously fitted it all inside. They just need to do the outside to make sure it fits. Basically just some kind of like wood around the edge of it to do the finishings, but it just sits lovely, and then the shiplap will go either side. So the entryway is really come together, as you can see. This colour was actually the lick paint. It was green 19, and I'm so happy with how it's turned out. I think this is after 2 or 3 coats. We also used it on the door, and then I've got the handle here like a gold brass door. And they've also done the Allchloerose so you can see around the door. So as you come in, this is going to be the little entryway in here. Obviously the floorboards need to go down, but we also did the built-in shelving up here so we can use that as storage. The shiplap on the wall, and then the bench. So under here we're going to put like our wellies, we can put logs up here. Then we're going to do a wooden hook rack so we can obviously hang everything. The switch will be going here, and I'm obviously going to dress it and make it look really nice as well. But it's just going to be so handy for us to be able to come in the back gate, come in here when we've got Bailey, muddy wellies, put all my horse riding gear in here as well. But I'm really happy with the colour of this paint. We kind of just winged it, and as soon as we saw it we loved it, and it's really worked out, and it's just added a little bit of depth and difference in here compared to how the rest of the room will be. But the shiplap, we actually just sourced this from Wix, whereas the shiplap that we're creating on the other wall, which I'll show you, is a lot different because I really wanted that to be bespoke and bigger panels and not have the beaded part. You can't see properly because the MDF boards are just leaning against it, but they've primed this wall here where the arches are, and then they've done this kind of, I wouldn't say beading, it's more of a border around the arches, which just gives it a bit more depth. And I feel like it just makes it look a little bit more purposeful, which I'm really happy with. I originally wanted these to actually be in wood, which is going to match the beams once these are sanded and stained, but it was just too much of a big job. So we've used plywood instead, and it's give it that nice shape. These are going to be a different colour to the walls, so that I need to decide on the paint next week. But yeah, I just feel like it's made it stand out a little bit more and give it that nice trim. And then with the shiplap, which you guys have seen, I was kind of explaining, Billy's just gone on his break, but we have tried to source shiplap from so many different sites, and it was just coming up crazy prices that Billy in the end was like, I can probably make shiplap bespoke myself, because I basically didn't want to have the beading in the middle, which is the one what we've got in the entryway, which you can get from like Wix and B&Q. I wanted it to look like that Ralph Lauren feel. And when I say that, I went in the store and I've been seeing this for quite a while, and I just wanted it to look similar, and I just think it looks so much more flush when it's going to be on the wall. So you can see it doesn't have that beaded detail, it just has the groove. But to do this you have to have a special machine, and thankfully Billy is very well trained and knew what he was doing. So he has gone and made a few of these already. I think we've got like 8, and we've probably got like a good 20 or so to go. So it is a big job, but doing this all bespoke, I really hope it's going to be worth it. Along with the floorboards, which have actually just arrived, so I'm going to show you them as well. But yeah, if anyone's asking where I source this from, it's all been done by hand. This is the machine he's been using. And then he also has made kind of like a guide. I don't know where he's put it, so he knows how to measure out each time.
After we install, it just go and check.
It's going to take a lot longer than we thought, but this is just the process of renovating. You just have to keep adapting and moving and hoping it's going to work and trust the process. So yeah, this is kind of the update in here. It is going to come together. The windows have actually arrived, which are these in the boxes here. So these are going to go up next week. So we're going to have 2 windows on each roofing, which is going to let in so much light. But yeah, it's all very exciting. It's coming together. I need to decide on paint colours, because as much as I love the green in the entryway, I want this to be a lot brighter. But yeah, I thought I'd give you the most updated version of what's happening in here until I pick up with the next vlog next week. Very quickly just put some things in here just to see how it looks when there's obviously objects. It looks a little bit more lived in. So obviously I've got my boots at the bottom. We're going to be having the seat cushion here, then I'll have some cushions either side. But I just think this looks so good. The wood contrast against the green. This all does need another paint, and it needs like silicone and stuff just to kind of tie it all together. But I also got these antique brass hooks, which work out, because I got a few from B&Q and they just weren't working, but I really love these. They've got that kind of antique feel. So I got a pack of them, and it was actually a perfect amount of 8. So I've just started to put a few things on here. I've got my Holland & Cooper country hat. I actually just brought this big umbrella off Amazon, because I've actually got an umbrella holder which I will go and pick up in the morning, which I'm going to put in here as well, just for when we go on walks. Then I've got my Holland & Cooper gilet, my Fairfax and Fowler gilets, and then some of my coats I've started to put here as well. Obviously I'll be styling this differently and having a lot more on here and Chris's stuff. I've got these seagrass baskets which I thought could fit quite nicely up here for storage. My riding hat, just a little basket again we can use for storage. So this is very rough, and you can see obviously this is where the light is going to go, but it just goes to show how this is going to work as an entryway, and it looks so good. I'm really happy with the colour of the green as well. Then I'm thinking to put a picture frame up on this wall. The plug socket will be going here. I've ordered a lovely kind of antique brass one from Pookie, which I'm matching throughout with the plug sockets and the light switches as well. But yeah, it's just all starting to come alive, which is very, very exciting. And you can see I matched the handle to the hooks as well, just to keep it all in keeping with that kind of antique brass feel with all of the hardware. But the floor looks so good in here as well, how it goes under the bench. And I just wanted to keep this open. And also continued here in the entryway, so it goes under the door, and then I've just started to put some boots and stuff here, which I'll show you. I'm going to do a little bit of styling. Obviously it's not going to be finished because I still need the seat cushion and everything to come, but it's just, we measured it all out, so obviously I can put my boots under here, have the bench seat, but the flooring just continuing through looks really good. Yeah, you can see here, obviously we just painted everything the same colour, but I really want to paint this frame of the window. I think it's just going to make it more of a feature and stand out. And then also the piping around the arches, which seems to look a little bit flat against the wall at the minute because you can't see the difference. But I think by painting it, it will bring it in and bring out these lovely green tones as well. So let's see how it's going to look.
And that is the journey we've been on. I wish it had been
in that time frame of this video and how quick it may look. It takes a lot longer than I expected. It has been such a long time coming, and it feels so amazing to see the full journey of when it started to now. And obviously I can only thank the amazing contractors that we had. They were so talented, and it was just so lovely to be able to collaborate with Olivia's on this as well and create this amazing edit to share with you guys and also give you inspiration. So I have linked the edit down below. With the edit, you will also find I have added loads of other pieces from Olivia's site that I have picked out, which I hope you guys will also love. Decor pieces, furniture, and also items that I definitely have my eye on. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and seeing the whole process from start to finish and what I've been working on for the past year. So if you did enjoy it, please do give it a like. It's a really good indicator for me to show more of these kind of projects with you. And make sure to subscribe, as I will always be sharing all of the home updates to come, and I'll see you guys in the next one.